All right, you are now tuning in to one of the hottest shows to hit the internet, the Real Saucy Show. All right, and I got my special guest here for the first time. It's
How you doing,
Fitz,
Mitch?
ladies
Thank
and
you
gentlemen.
for having me. Thank you.
I'm feeling really good. How about yourself?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not high yet, but I will be in just a moment. I will be in just a moment. So we're gonna talk about, of course, everything that revolves around your music career. Your love with Keno. And some other things. We're gonna get real
We're gonna get
saucy.
into the things. We're gonna get
Of course.
saucy.
So let's jump in. Let's speak on your most recent record, High, which we, just recently listened to. Tell me about it.
So my record High I released earlier this year in February, and it definitely is one for like my 420 friendly people out there in the world. So hello to y'all.
Right here.
It's very straight to the point, very direct to what I like to do and what I enjoy doing, and I had to put it out to the masses for everyone else to enjoy it as well.
And I will tell you that song, man, no matter what mood you feel in, you can definitely listen to High. And I enjoy the type of music that you put out, Fitz, because it does give that soft feel. I'm a R&B lover at heart, like a neo soul lover at heart.
I come from like Carl Thomas,
yes,
John Legend, Anthony Hamilton,
absolutely.
that genre of R&B. My father is very big on like the soulful R&B of music, so that's what I grew up on. So that's why I stick to like, and even Joe, Tyrese, those type of people.
Okay. So it feels great. I just want to know, were you recording it high? Did you write it high?
So, I mean, 9 times out of 10, yes, I'm definitely under that influence for sure. Like I said, I'm definitely a stoner. I'm a 420 member. So I had to partake in the activity while singing about the activity. It only makes sense. You got to make science and math equate to each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So is this the lead single for an upcoming project?
Now, I don't know if I'm doing a project just yet.
Okay.
Because I am in this space where I want to do singles.
So you in your single bag?
Yeah. I want to just keep giving people flavors of what I can do, what I'm trying to do, as well in the meantime of me trying to maneuver my way through finding a new sound, because I'm so used to being in the lane of, like you said, like very R&B, soulful, like feel type of music, which I still want to stay in and stay true to, but I just want to pick up the tempo a little bit.
Before I got into podcasting, I was taking music very seriously, and I did have people in my circle that wanted to constantly change my sound. Constantly. They're like, well, you go this way and go that way. I'm like, you kind of like lose your true core artistry when you have, people like that around you in your circle.
I agree.
And I feel like you're building a fan base. You're building like, listeners with your music, and it worries me a little bit to hear you say that, but I also know that as an independent artist, it's always a ongoing creative thing. What's your feedback on that?
It resonates, and I feel that because it's not the first time that I've heard it, and it's not the first time that I've thought it myself or didn't think it. So I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna sit on that, and I'm gonna receive that for sure.
Good. So tell me, what has been the proudest moment in your music journey so far?
Wow, that's a great question.
Yeah,
I honestly am going to say, throughout the process of it all, the highlight or the highlights is just seeing, like, I guess, the fruits of my labor, so to speak, like being able to see the insights on like Apple Music, and like, just see how my song is charting in like different, well, not, I shouldn't say charting, but see how my song is playing in several cities, or cities that I don't even, because I don't do the marketing and promo that I should do for myself, to be honest.
Gotcha.
So to see it playing in different cities and different places that I've never been or don't know anyone from.
So what's that city that blew your mind that you saw?
I mean, honestly, I've seen Canada, I've seen China, I've seen Africa.
Okay.
It's really crazy. So I find it very inspiring, to say the least, that it's reaching as many people as it is, you know?
Yes. So do you want to one day tour to Canada side?
I definitely
tour to China,
want to do a tour.
A world tour
I
type of thing?
definitely see a world tour happening soon. Eventually, once the cards are in my hand to deal that, I definitely will.
Got you. That makes a lot of sense. So I noticed in your past work, Fitz, that you don't have any collaborations, right?
No,
so tell me about your decision on not working with people right now.
So I don't know how it may sound, but I'm all about me. I don't want any distractions. I'm not against collaborations. I'm not against working with other artists, but at this moment, I just feel like being a new talent, coming from being a wardrobe stylist, entering into being an artist now, that I just need people to know and appreciate me as an artist and as the talent. So I'm just going to live in that for a little while before I segue into reaching out to even being featured on other people's music, let alone featuring them on mine, you know?
That makes a lot of sense. But you know what? Have you received any offers? Have anybody, slid in your DMs?
It's been a while, but in the beginning stages, I did get a few from friends of mine that are also into music, as far as getting on remixes or things of that nature from songs that I've released. And of course, in conversation and in that moment, I said yeah, but as time progresses and it doesn't happen, it kind of just feels like, it was meant to happen, and just wait until the time is right for us to collaborate, not saying that it won't happen. It just wasn't the right timing.
Got you. So we're going to listen to his most recent record. All right. We're going to listen to High and get high. This is the Real Saucy Show.
You wrote this, right? That motherfucker hit.
Didn't he? His just would have me too fucked up where I start
roll me some smoke.
not making sense.
I'll take a toll, let it ease. Release the stress, it meditates, elevates my mind. All the time. If I said it once, then I say it twice. To pull it together, I wrote something nice. It lowers my eyes, it speeds up the time. It gives me a vibe. That's why I'm always high. Always high. High, yeah.
How did you guys like High? Did you guys get high too?
I tell you, it's a feel good record. How long did it take to write that record?
Honestly, it doesn't take me long to write. Now, I do have my moments where I have writer's block, and I'll leave something alone and I'll walk away from it. Mm-hmm. And then I'll give it a couple days and I'll go back to it and I have to finish it. But for the most part, I say a day. I'll give myself a day.
Okay.
I won't give an hour time because that's a little crazy.
It's interesting that you spoke about writer's block, because I know a lot of my supporters, they want me to get back into the music, and part of my supporters is family, and music is within my family, and they just want me to get back into it. And I'm experiencing writer's block right now.
Yeah.
I think for a very long time, I've been writing about my love life and my personal life. And I kind of don't want to talk about my personal life right now. I need a whole nother perspective.
So I think for me, because I draw a lot of inspiration from personal as well as friends and their situations, right? And within that, I try to build like other scenarios within those situations to give different perspectives of how something could or couldn't be. As well as just life itself or even TV shows, you know? Things that people go through on TV shows. But to be completely honest, love is the number one like connection in everything. So it's hard to like not speak about love or relationship in some way, shape, or form, whether it be sex, whether it be friends, whether it be family, whether it be confidant, companion, you know? Love is still somewhere, some way in there.
See, I'm like K. Michelle. Like I write about my exes. Like, you know, once the relationship don't work out, I write a hit record about you.
I can't do that.
I would.
I can't do that.
I write those type of songs. You know?
I won't say that I haven't drawn inspiration from past situations for music, but it makes it awkward to perform it or to sing it after the record is made. So I kind of understood like Summer when she like said like certain songs she can't sing live because they still like connect to her a certain way or
right
just make her feel sad because of how she felt when she wrote them, you know? So I'd rather just not walk down that path. I'd rather just talk about what makes me feel good.
Okay. So now what artists are you listening to right now? What artist that is out that is
obviously Summer. Frank is always gonna be in the playlist. SZA.
Are you happy that Summer Walker is now gonna like add choreography to her?
I
like,
love that for her. I was fine with her just standing there holding a mic.
Were you?
I mean, we accepted Jasmine Sullivan. Why not accept Summer? It's a lot of artists that just stand there.
I feel like that is no comparison. I am so sorry.
It's R&B.
That bitch
genre.
Jasmine Sullivan is a gymnastic with. I mean, she takes us to a whirlwind.
She definitely sings, but I'm just saying the art itself of being an R&B artist and holding a mic and singing my song. I don't get why the expectation would be any different from Summer Walker. Is it because she's younger and how she presents herself to be more of like the Instagram baddie that you expect her to be shaking ass and like, you know, I just didn't, her music doesn't give that. So I didn't expect that. But I love that she's expanding and learning and broadening her stage performance to be able to incorporate it to please other people. I get that, you know? I come from a dance background, so me personally, I do dance, so it is something that I do incorporate within like my live shows. I've done a video of me doing choreography. Shout out to my choreographer, Ty. And yeah, I just, you know, I appreciate it.
Yep, you're definitely a dancer. I watched your music video to Cool.
Yes.
On the way here. And can we actually play Cool? Can we listen to Cool? This is only like not your first verse.
Cool if I made up to do what you do. Who do you want you? Would it be cool if I made up to do what you do? Who do you want you? What if I don't answer my phone? What if I let the sun beat me home? And when you wanna reach out for me, but you can't 'cause you know you're still lonely.
I can't say this enough. Like I just love your music. You're in your own fucking lane.
Thank you.
You're in your own lane, and that's what I freaking love. I love to turn on an artist that I haven't heard for the last however long I've been living, 27 years. I like it, man. You're in your own lane, and you can really hear your talent in your music. Like, it's not a lot of stuff going on the record that is covering or overshadowing your actual raw talent.
It takes me a lot of time to choose the right track for me to like get on. Trust me, I'm very picky when it comes to that for those reasons. But I appreciate you. I do. But when I say I'm looking for something more up tempo, this is the example. Like, this was my like start of me trying to like find that
perfect up tempo joint then.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I would like to see you perform more. I would actually like to attend one of your shows.
Would like to see you perform more too.
So, we gotta make this happen for you, because you are a rare talent.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Are you from New York? Are you born and raised?
No, I am not. I am a migrant. I am originally from Connecticut, born and raised in New Haven. And then I moved to Atlanta for school for like 6 years. And then I came here in 2018. So I'm very new here, but...
Very new here. But you give the inspiration to the people out there that is looking for a reason to come to New York.
Really?
Like, this is the reason why you should come to New York, because there's such an amazing amount of talent here. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of talented people here.
There's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
They may not know how to maneuver their talent in New York City. Some people need, image consulting, reputation training. Some people need training, but some people are just naturally gifted, and they know how to just maneuver. And I think you're that artist that just knows what you're doing, man.
I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you.
I'm happy for you, bruh. So we gonna get into some other things now. Okay. You done starred in the Come Up New York season 2 and season 4. I've also starred in the Come Up New York.
You have.
Series myself in season 3.
So how was that experience for you?
The experience was one hell of an experience. I would tell you that. None of what I thought it would be. I thought the focus would be around my talent and what I had to offer, but I took it for what it was, and I think I did very well.
That's all that matters.
That part.
That's all that matters.
I think I did very well. I think the viewers of the show can see what's going on and can see the actual talent. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I enjoyed my time there. I appreciate the platform and what it did for me and my music, and our couple channel. I appreciate the Gemini Films platform.
Yeah, your experience from season 2 and on, was a whirlwind, if you can attest to that. So how do you feel about the creator and the executive producer of Gemini Films saying that he no longer wants to produce his shows anymore? He wants a regular, normal life.
I think that's his personal decision. I feel like, everybody's entitled to move on and do different things in life. He's been doing it for some time. He's one of the first people to actually cultivate a show of some sort on YouTube. So I, hats off to him, commend him for the accomplishments and accolades he's accumulated along the way. But if he feels he needs to bow out for some time, and he may return, he may not, but if he feels that's best for him in this moment, then, who am I to judge?
Right. And he was the first person to ever come about with a Bad Boys Club situation. And I think that in itself could be very frustrating when things that you start and don't get the same accolades, as like someone else doing the same exact thing that you've already done. Actually stealing your work.
Yeah, and then speaking on it, and shining light that it came from that idea. So it just,
But I will say that I hope that he continues.
Absolutely.
I hope that he even gives you two guys a spin-off show.
You never know.
Surrounding the love and the relationship and everything.
You never know. You hear that, Karan? The people are asking for it, okay?
Let's make that happen. I think the viewers want to see it. I think your followers and your supporters want to see that as well.
I think they would love that. Absolutely.
We need that queer love on our television screens, okay? So Karan, get to it. So yeah, what are your thoughts about your comeback? Because I feel like you had the best comeback this season.
Did I?
Yeah, I feel like your comeback was the most anticipated. Why? Because you had a lot of unfinished business.
I did, but I didn't, because at this point in time, returning it, like, that was like old news. And it would be very like distasteful of me to come back with like a vendetta and just come on camera just to like show my ass and act a plumb fool. And I just wasn't, I didn't want to partake in that aspect or be viewed in that perspective this go round. So I wanted to show a more mature, grown side of who I've grown into over the last couple of years of being away. And I think I did a great job at that. There were some little hiccups along the way that the people didn't really get to see. Production did cut some scenes, but nothing to harp on or really miss any sleep out on. But, you know, it's just a learning experience to dealing with people overall and like their lack of awareness of like other people's relationships or like what they do and how they go about their relationship.
Right. And I commend you on how you came back this season, you know, because I think myself and a lot of others, you know, we thought you was coming back to get your lick back. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people did.
You know, I think that was what was the most anticipated thing about your return. You know, we wanted to see you windmill. But I think your approach, like I said, I commend you for that. You know, that's not the type of vibe that you were on. You grew from all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I think if I was solely just striving to be this like reality public figure, then go ahead, go have at it. Like,
right.
Do you show these people that you could act crazy? But because I have a bigger picture and there are more goals for me to obtain and like brands that I'm trying to like work with, I'm not trying to like, you know.
He's like, listen, I'm at work. Period. You guys, you know, don't got shit to live for.
I signed a contract to be on camera. This is not just me walking down the street and somebody saying these things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. So what went into your decision to rejoin? Because you took 2 seasons off. You know, I was actually expecting you to be on the season that I was on. So that way we have may have, you know, gotten to some work situations, you know, networking. Yeah. I was really disappointed that you weren't on third
so season. Because of how season 2 ended, it was definitely only right for me to take some time away, as well as just bask in the fact that I was in a new relationship. So yeah, we were enjoying each other and I was living in that, and that was just that. We were building our YouTube empire and here we are today. So
yeah, that part, you know. So who reached out to join season 4?
They reached out to me. One of the castmates reached out and asked if I would be, what my thoughts were about coming back. I had a conversation with Keno and we agreed that it would be good for us to go on and like put ourselves on a platform now that we have accumulated a good amount of subscribers and, you know, have done some groundwork on our own. It's good to like go and show what we've done while we were away.
Was you hesitant? You didn't want to do it at first.
Honestly, no, I was with it. I just needed to make sure my partner was on the same page and he was, so.
Got you. And I love that. I love that you guys had that conversation before you did that. Do you feel like the viewers saw you for you this season around?
I don't think I got as much camera time as I would have wanted. I don't even think the show did a full season the way that we expected it to go. But things happen, and a lot of things occurred with like cast members falling out and like leaving the production. So yeah, it just panned out the way that it did, but it is what it is. That's why I have YouTube. You guys can always go over and see more in depth of who I am, who we are, and yeah.
Right. So the season was definitely left like unfinished. Like you guys weren't done with all that you wanted to showcase.
The good thing is it ended with me in the studio. So, I did get to showcase my music for a second go round. I do think in season 2, I didn't really get to showcase who I was as an artist. It was more so just like drama and BS. Whereas season 4, I came back with a mission, and I feel like I accomplished my mission for sure.
Okay. So speaking on that studio scene where you had where you hosted your listening session for your music, it seemed as though after you and Spanky had squashed your beef, in that session it just took a turn. The beef kind of resurfaced.
So, like I said, production was just all over the place for its own reasons, none that they can control. It was just cast and like filming dates and who was available, who wasn't, right? That kind of thing. So it took a while for us to even get to film again for that like closeout segment that we had to film. And by that point in time, episodes have been airing and like people have been talking in their green screens and XYZ. And Spanky kind of like had this perspective in his green screen about our initial sit down with me coming back that I didn't really agree with. And it kind of painted a picture of me that, if I felt and viewed that you said it a certain way, I'm sure that someone else might have viewed and felt the same kind of way. So I needed to address it and make sure it was corrected. And that was just that. And on top of me drinking a little bit, I probably was a little too like... But it was what it was, and yeah, we're cool, we're cordial. If we see each other out and about, we do.
Getting ready to ask you how's that relationship now after.
No, yeah, me and Spanky, I'm cool with everyone on the cast. I don't have any beef with anyone. If I see anyone out, I'll speak. But yeah.
Wait, so were y'all green screens recorded after the filming of the show like it was for me?
Some of them were. So I would just say the final episode was the only like segment that was like filmed after things were aired.
Okay, so they ain't do y'all dirty like they did me. But okay, all right. So what about everyone else on the cast? How's your relationship with everyone else?
It's cool. I have the person that I'm closest with would be like Tashim and Andre. I follow and speak to everyone else. Those are just the people that I speak to the most these days. Gotcha. There's no bad blood with anyone.
Okay. Are you open to more reality TV work?
I am. We've kind of been trying to talk with a few people. I've been hearing some buzz about some new show that may be starting. So
in New York?
Possibly, yeah.
All right, now I thought y'all was going down to chasing reality. I was about to be like, yeah. The price don't went up. The price is up, baby. Because I feel like that's.
If they're coming to New York,
I've been trying to tell them come to New York.
Ontario, Keno and Fitz are ready.
They talking about going to DC. I'm like, if y'all could go to DC, y'all could definitely come to New York City.
Who knows?
Maybe. Come on, chasing reality. Bring y'all ass.
We'll see. We just need to be on a platform to where we are showcasing ourselves because we need to get to where we're trying to go. And I feel like a good way to do that is to be a part of a platform.
So you want creative control of the whole situation?
No, I don't want to be the executive producer of a show. No, okay. I just want to be a cast member. I don't, that's it.
All right, now you just want to be a cast member. All right, so I do have some real saucy things to get into it ain't on here, so I'm just going to grab my phone. But yeah, can we play the next track, please?
Did you know you found your pot of gold? You hit the lottery. Everybody knows after the storm comes the rainbows. You hit the lottery. The one that actually let go of his hopes. You hit the lottery. The one you're supposed to let everyone know. You hit the lottery. We can go to where you wanna go. And we can do all of the things you wanna do.
Ain't that some smooth shit? That's a smooth way of saying, baby, you caught the prize, baby. Like, what? The lottery. I love when, when anybody can just big themselves up in a way.
That's
like
exactly
that,
what this is.
I'm a lottery motherfucker. That is a beautiful track as well. That was Lottery, y'all. Available everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora, Amazon, YouTube.
So y'all go ahead and stream
Spotify.
that. Go ahead and download and stream that because we're supporting all LGBTQ plus queer artists.
Yes.
Especially on a Real Saucy show. Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. So is sex ever a hit or miss for you two? Like is every...
What's a miss? I don't really know what a miss is.
A miss is like... It didn't really hit tonight, or it didn't really hit
that
this
never
time.
happens.
Ooh. Okay, so sex is never hit or miss for you.
That's impossible. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it.
Okay, all right. So it's never not a situation where one is not really fully there.
No.
Yet okay.
I mean, if one person's more readier than the other, or one person initiates it, then of course you just get on cue. That's just how it goes.
Right. Get on cue. Boop. Are toys allowed in the bedroom? Do we use them?
I'm not against toys being used in the bedroom. Have we used them? I cannot confirm or deny.
We can't share the type of toys we allow in the bedroom?
The type of toys that I fit to be allowed?
Yes.
Maybe anything that requires... Oh!
That requires what? Yeah. Trying to find out. Trying to learn something today. Learn something from this.
Anything that requires force. I'm gonna just say that.
Force.
Yeah, and use that as you will.
Ooh! I like that. I like that though. I like the fact that you guys do things in a way that keeps it spicy.
Absolutely.
Keeps it fresh.
We just made 5 years
Woo!
last week. So
5 years.
yeah. So
Is that 5 years in a relationship?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And we live together.
Yes.
Who initiated the move in?
It was a joint decision, maybe about like 6 months in.
Ooh! All right now.
Yeah.
So y'all do 6 months in that here. I want to live here.
Yeah.
I want to live.
We knew this is where it was at. I mean, we're 2 days apart, 2 years apart. It just kind of we mesh very well. It just makes sense. It's like peanut butter and jelly, They're opposites, but they go together.
Very, very interesting. Keno, you look like you want to chime in and say something.
So I was going to respond to your question.
Yes.
I feel like I should say something, but I didn't
sure.
want to use the audio.
Go ahead. So I was saying that I love the fact that you guys continue to spice up your relationship, keep it fresh, keep it new. And I also asked about, do you guys allow toys in the bedroom? And
I let Fitz control that. I'm very open. I'm very sexual, just by my nature. So I allow him that space to make that decision.
What's your sign?
About what my sign? I'm a Taurus. I'm May 13th and he's the 15th. So we're both Taurus, and so I just I never want to demasculate or whatever. So I just try to, give him that space to make those decisions.
Okay.
Because I'm more free, so.
I love that. Fitz, are you more free too?
I'm free with limitations.
So I never want to assume roles here, ever.
No.
You know, but what are the roles? Are there any roles being played?
When you say roles, what do you mean?
Like,
position wise?
Yes. Who's in control? Who's not?
I mean,
Fitz is in control.
Very dominant, but I'm definitely not being penetrated, if that's what you're asking.
Gotcha. Understood. Okay, back to my phone. But yeah, I never want to assume what's going on in anybody's relationship because every relationship is different.
No,
He got a whole lot of ass back there. We can't let that go to waste.
So are you guys open to threesomes? How do
you
we
have
feel?
such interesting questions.
Very.
Where are your questions coming from? Are these like off the top of your head?
So just
Kinda
because we've openly answered this question ourselves several times, I'll just go ahead and just
we've
done it.
So we have a
before.
joint answer. Oh, I've done it before.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And
On vacation, we
It's something
will
that
have more fun when we're on
we
vacation.
think about on vacation. It's something we consider on vacations.
Never
that's it.
home though. Never home.
That's it.
so you guys do indulge in such activity.
Yeah.
We have indulged. I'm not gonna say we're gonna continue,
No, but it's happened. It's
but yeah, it's happened.
Okay. Was it something to say that we did, or was it something that you guys truly wanted to like?
It was very
indulge in?
pleasurable. It was intentional and was done on several occasions, on several vacations. We've done it. So yeah.
It's all about how the wind is blowing,
The vibes.
how the sun is setting, how the drinks
Yeah.
are hitting. It just all depends. It's just, vacation.
The
brings out the best
ambiance of the location.
Right. It's never okay. We gonna fuck in Africa.
Nah.
No, but
we not-
I might be
situation.
like, yeah, that might be.
We going hunting, okay? We in Africa. We gonna hope for some meat. It's never a situation like that, is it?
No.
No.
It's just going with the flow.
All right.
Oh, it's real saucy. Wait a minute. I need to
I'm
take
like,
a sip.
did I want a mic?
So, what happens when one of you nut first? Do you know?
I mean, yeah, the other one still has to nut, so you have to.
We just help the other finish.
Yeah.
You know,
There's never
the
a
job
time-
gets done.
There's never a time where one person just rolls over and says,
That's insane.
That's so mean. That's really mean.
Anybody
Yeah.
that's out there experiencing
You should leave him or her
blue balls
right away.
I
Not the blue balls.
Leave them. That's so mean.
deeply empathize for you.
But see, where does that strength comes from? Like once you,
What
because
strength?
after you get your nut, it.
I mean, it don't
That's a
necessarily
lot
have
that
to
you-
require much. It's just a little foreplay,
It depends.
Right, to
You
get-
just have to know your partner.
Right.
Or the person that
you
you're
gotta know their
having
spots. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You gotta be real.
That is such
handy.
great feedback. I love that. I love that from you too.
It happens.
What's the favorite feature on each other? But you already said the booty, so I just what's your favorite feature on him?
It's so hard to say one, right? But I think for the purpose of this, I'm just going to sum it up.
Look at me.
His lips. I really like his lips a lot.
It's the lips.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how to say that in Spanish?
No.
Boca, mouth.
Boca.
Mouth?
Mouth.
No,
Okay.
lips.
Yes.
All
it
right.
is.
Okay. Have you ever given each other an ultimatum?
Of course.
It's happened, yeah.
Can we
It's
talk
been
about
5 years.
can we-
There's been multiple ultimatums.
Can
Are
we
you
talk?
crazy?
Can we talk about some of the serious ultimatums
Wow,
we've given
Mitch.
each other?
Wow, Mitch. I thought we were talking about
I thought we were
music,
friends.
Mitch.
Like,
I thought we were talking about
you want us to leave?
music.
Not
Act
be in a
like y'all know where
relationship
y'all
anymore?
at. Come
Wow,
on,
we
now.
get a
We
little
on the Saucy
muy
show.
caliente.
What you mean?
Take the champagne back. I don't want any more.
Wow. Who brought the Andre?
Come on, y'all.
No, but yeah, so in the beginning of our relationship, I was caught cheating. And that created some insecurities in our relationship coming from Fitz. And that, I guess, me understanding that I did something wrong and was ready to like turn a leaf and never do something like that again, I was kind of like rushing his process and trusting me again and gave him an ultimatum, as if like, okay, if you can't get over it, then we should just, because it was still early on. But it was 5 years ago, and I've grown to understand that like trust isn't something you can rush, you know? So that was an ultimatum that I gave him in the beginning of our relationship.
What's the ultimatum that you gave?
I'm like, why are you looking
We
at
just
me
go
like
to
that?
jump to the next ultimatum.
They were kind of similar
Yeah.
situation. She was on the other foot type of vibe. And I was kind of like, okay, like that was then, this is now.
Right.
Can we move on? But you know, I had to, like he said, realize.
Had to take some footwork, of course.
Yeah.
You know? So when did you guys realize y'all was the one for each other though? What happened? What had happened?
Honestly, it was that 6-month mark. That when we realized that it was time for us to move in together. Honestly, for me, that was kind of it. Yeah, that was it for me.
You, Keno? What about you?
I guess same. Because I've never lived with a boyfriend before. I've only ever just dated someone, you know, for maybe a few years or so.
Right.
Never really had something serious. And to have taken it that far so soon, I guess I just somehow knew that, it was him.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, sure.
Did you guys have any naysayers to say, "Oh, you're moving too
Of course,
fast,
you
moving too
always
soon,
have those.
moving too
Absolutely.
fast, moving too soon"? You had those people around.
You always have those, but
You know, how did y'all maneuver
mean-
through the background noise?
you just have to do what is best for you at the end of the day. You only get one life. You get one chance to find love. Well, not one chance to find love, but one chance with particular people. I'll say that because some people are one and done. You know, once that moment is gone, they move on and never look back. So
Yeah.
and for me and for him, we're both those people. So if this didn't work within this moment of us first meeting, then that just would have been. We wouldn't be here today, basically.
Yeah, I've always been a very picky person. So.
And I'm very bold, and I go after what I want. So I feel like if I also didn't speak up and say anything to him and address him and, bag him, so to speak.
Right.
It wouldn't have
right now.
even been this.
I'm loving the conversation.
It wouldn't be this. So, for all you people out there, shoot your shot. Don't be afraid. All right?
Okay. So how do y'all feel? Because I watched a recent video on the internet and they were talking about how men don't court anymore. People aren't courting each other anymore. How do we feel? How do we feel about that?
I mean, we were just on a date the other day.
I think sometimes getting caught up in our pursuit of our careers right now, like with YouTube and like working with different brands and just being focused, we don't necessarily realize that we're not paying attention to the reason that we're doing it for us.
Yeah.
Right.
And when that happens, sometimes we start like clashing and then we're like bickering. It's not even clashing. We're just like bickering. And it's like because we need to hit reset and we need to like step back from the content and get back to Keno and Fitz.
Right.
So I think that's how. Yeah, I think we just like work. Like we learn how to recognize.
It's a much needed reset. Dates are great. I recommend any couple to continue dating, continue to like take each other places. If you find a new bar on TikTok while you're sitting there scrolling in bed, laying next to each other, be like, "Oh, babe, let's go here this weekend." You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've
like,
gotten really TikTok
little
has
shit like that.
Been a saving grace this summer for real.
No, seriously.
So you guys have been to a point where y'all almost wanted to call it a quits.
Oh, we've broken up multiple times, but we've never really broken up. Like
it happened.
Well, explain that. What is the difference between breaking up and not breaking? Like, what's?
I mean, it's like
what is
in
that?
a heated argument, you not getting your way, or you not seeing eye to eye, and
or
you
if someone says something that's really mean.
Yeah, you feel fed up.
You know what I mean?
Like you just like fuck this. I'm not feeling this no more. We might as well not be together. And then with that's taken as like, oh, we not together because you said that. So then you have to ask, like, are we together or are we broken up?
But a lot of people don't know, Fitz and I aren't just boyfriends. We actually are, like, legally domestic partners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't wear rings and stuff like that right now.
Right,
but, yeah, like, it's not just like, oh, this is my boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, on paper on some level. So, yeah, it's like breaking up is one thing, but we have to go a step further if we ever really separate. Do you know what I mean?
Got you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've never really like broken up, but we've had those arguments for sure.
Okay.
It's happened. It's relationships, right? It's
Yes.
about
It's 5
standing the
years.
test of
Yeah.
time and whether or not you're able to take this person's bullshit, because you're gonna get bullshit from whoever you with. It's just a matter of
Can you
dealing with
emphasize on that,
that
please?
person's
bullshit from either way you go, you're gonna get bullshit.
Absolutely.
You know, because nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So let's talk about what's next for Fitz.
Next.
What is to come?
So I'm actually working on a short film. Well, I'm a part of a short film, I'll say that. Can't speak too much on it, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited about that. Excited to get back into my acting bag. It's been a little while, so excited to blow the dust off of that. And as well as music, of course. I'm always working on that. I'm hoping to drop a new single before the end of this year, so that way you guys can vibe out to something before 2023 is over.
Right.
I am also working on my clothing line, Grunge and Henry. So I mean, I have truckers right now. They're not ready to buy, but I do have mock-ups that I wear and show all the time. And I'm working on, a full collection. So, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I mean, as well as, the YouTube channel, Life with Keno and Fitz. That's our couple channel. And then my personal channel, FitzGotSoul. Make sure you're tapped in because, that's just something.
And Fitz do definitely have soul, y'all.
Oh,
so I
you.
want y'all to definitely be on the lookout for what's to come from him. Like I said early on in the show, that's just a rare talent standing before us, and we really gotta get tapped in. Let's get tapped in. Let's support and
yeah, I want to come back. So a
Yes.
little while. Give me some time to drop a few things, do a little more, shake a little something, and then I
You're
definitely
always
want to
welcome
come back and sit on the saucy couch with Mitch.
Because we ain't get saucy enough. I let them off the hook this time.
Yeah, it was saucy though. It got saucy.
But thank you again, Fitz, for being here.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Keno, for being here. I'm going to continue to support you guys all the way. All the way up. Nothing can stop us. All the way up. Can we clink to something?
Cheers.
Wow. Cheers to growth.
Cheers
and
to
money.
growth.
More money.
And
bitch.
money.